Volvo V4 1927–29. The Volvo V4 was the first car built by Volvo. The designation V4 stands for Pinvagen 4-cylinder in Swedish, which means open carriage, 4 cylinders. The model V4 was often referred to as Jacob, but that was just a name for one of the 10 pre-series V4 that was ready on 25th of July, Jacob's name day. All 10 prototypes were assembled in Stockholm at the company Abgalco, Helsingborg 1041, where Gustav Larsson worked at that time. Only one of the 10 pre-series cars manufactured during 1926 was saved for posterity and is housed at the Volvo Museum in Gothenburg, Sweden. The engine was designed by Gustav Larsson and its main chassis components by Jan G. Smith, a designer who had worked many years in the American automobile industry and returned to Sweden in 1924. Many of Jan G. Smith's original drawings for the V4 and other technical papers that he collected in America are saved in the archive of the National Museum of Science and Technology in Stockholm, Sweden. When the first series produced V4 was about to drive out of the factory and engineer Erik Karlberg put it into first gear, the car went backwards, where the car was actually in reverse gear. The explanation was that the differential gear in the rear axle has been fitted incorrectly. This mistake delayed the introduction by 1 day, and the official introduction day for the V4 was then adjusted to April 14, 1927, the day Volvo officially says the automobile company Volvo was born. This is from a marketing point of view. The company as an automobile company was born as a subsidiary company to SKF on August 10, 1926. The cabriolet was not very successful in the Swedish climate. The covered version, PV4, was introduced in the summer of 1927. This had a twin body and the original design was rather ungainly. Helmer Massel, who had been inspired by his personal voice and C5 when he designed the original V4, was reportedly furious about the PV4 and would not be associated with it. By 1928 a more balanced design was introduced, with a longer bonnet and thinner pillars. The oval rear window of the original PV4 was gradually replaced by a rectangular unit. Between 1927 and 1929 a total of 996 cars were manufactured. Of these 694 were PV4 and 302 V4. 251 of the covered cars were of the PV4 special model. The V4 production includes 27 naked chassis and 70 small pickup trucks, V4 TV, developed for Telegrafverket, the Royal Telecommunications Company. Some of these light trucks were sold to other customers. The TV model has a small convertible top mounted just behind the front seats, with a cargo area behind.